All right, students, welcome. If you're getting ready for your board exams, you are in exactly the right place. This is your ultimate rapid-fire revision of control and coordination, and we're going to make sure you nail all the key concepts you absolutely have to know. So let's just jump right in with a question. Have you ever touched something really hot and your hand yanks back like lightning before your brain even has a chance to go, ow, that hurt? Well, that incredible speed is the whole reason we need these amazing systems for control and coordination. It's not magic, it's just really, really cool biology. So here's our roadmap. We'll kick things off with why this is all so important. Then, we'll dive into the body's super fast electrical wiring, check out how plants get by without it, then explore the body's slower chemical mail service. And we'll wrap it up with a side-by-side comparison that is absolute gold for your exams. Okay, first up, why is control such a big deal? I mean, what's the point? Well, when you boil it all down, it's about being able to react to the world around you. Think about it. Every living thing, from a plant turning to the sun to you pulling your hand from that hot stove, has to respond to its environment. Being able to sense what's going on and then make the right move, well, that's pretty much the definition of being alive. It's what keeps you safe and helps you thrive. Section 2. Let's get into the nervous system. If your body had an internet connection, this would be it. It's the high-speed, fiber optic network that sends messages in a flash. And the basic building block of this whole network, it's this amazing cell called a neuron. Every single thing, from a simple blank to you solving a math problem, it's all thanks to this massive organized web of these tiny nerve cells. Okay, so how does a message actually travel? This is super cool. The information gets picked up at one end, at the dendrite. Then it shoots down this long part, the axon, as a tiny electrical spark. But then it hits a gap. It has to make a jump to the next neuron. And that little gap is called the synapse. To cross it, the electrical signal triggers the release of chemicals, which float across and kickstart a new electrical signal in the next cell. It's this brilliant little switch from electrical to chemical and back to electrical that keeps the message going. Now, this whole process is incredibly fast, but thinking, actually processing things in your brain, that still takes a little bit of time. And like we said with the hot object, sometimes you just don't have that time to spare. So what's the workaround? The body has a genius shortcut. It's called a reflex action. Look at the difference here. A voluntary action, like deciding to pick up a pen, is a conscious choice made by your brain. But a reflex? That's totally automatic. The signal goes from your skin to your spinal cord, and then, bam, straight back to your muscles. It completely bypasses the brain to save precious milliseconds. Your brain gets the message a split second later, and that's when you actually feel the pain and think, whoa, that was hot. Of course, the brain is mission control. The forebrain is where all your main thinking happens. It's processing everything you see, hear, and smell. Then you've got the midbrain and hindbrain, which handle all the behind-the-scenes stuff you never think about, like your blood pressure. And pay attention to this for your exams, the cerebellum. It's part of the hindbrain, and it's in charge of making your movements precise, keeping your posture, and helping you balance. You can thank your cerebellum for being able to ride a bike. All right, section 3. We've talked about animals, but what about plants? They don't have a nervous system. They don't have muscles. So how in the world do they respond to anything? Well, plants basically have two main strategies. First, you have these fast movements that have nothing to do with growth. The classic example is the touch-me-not plant. You touch it and its leaves fold up instantly. That's not growth, that's just its cells changing shape by quickly moving water around. Then you have the slower movements, which are all about growth, like a sunflower turning to face the sun. And these slow directional growth movements have a special name, tropisms. When a plant's stem bends toward the light, that's called phototropism. When its roots grow down because of gravity, that's geotropism. It's the plant's way of slowly but surely positioning itself to get exactly what it needs to survive. So, if they don't have nerves, what's sending the messages? Chemicals. Plants use hormones. Auxin is a famous one. It helps the plant bend towards light by making the cells on the shady side grow longer. Gibberellins and cytokinins are all about promoting growth and cell division. And then you have abscisic acid, which is like the stop signal. It slows down growth and can even cause leaves to wilt. Section 4. So, this idea of using chemical messengers isn't just a plant thing. Animals have a second control system that works in a really similar way. Let's talk about the endocrine system, the body's chemical mail service. Picture this, a scary situation happens. Your nervous system gives you that initial jolt, but that's not enough.
To get ready for what's called a fight or flight response, your entire body needs to get the memo. A single, fast electrical signal to one muscle just isn't going to cut it. You need a widespread announcement. And that announcement comes in the form of a hormone called adrenaline. It gets pumped straight into your blood from your adrenal glands, and it puts your whole body on high alert. Your heart starts pounding, you breathe faster, and blood gets rerouted to your muscles. Your body is basically getting supercharged for action. But obviously, you don't want your body in panic mode all the time. So the endocrine system is controlled by something called a feedback mechanism. A perfect example is blood sugar. You eat, your blood sugar goes up, so your pancreas releases insulin to bring it back down. Once it's down, the pancreas stops sending so much insulin. It's a beautifully simple system that keeps everything in balance. And here are some other key hormones you should definitely know for your exams. Thyroxine from your thyroid gland controls your metabolism. Growth hormone does pretty much what it says on the tin. We just talked about insulin, and of course testosterone and estrogen are the hormones that drive all the changes that happen during puberty. This table is a great little cheat sheet for your revision. And that brings us to our final section. We've seen both systems in action. Now for the big finale and a question that loves to pop up on exams, let's put them head to head. This is the key takeaway, okay? The nervous system is like sending a text message. It's super fast and it goes to one specific person. The message is electrical, it only reaches the cells it's directly connected to, and the effect is over in a blink. The endocrine system, on the other hand, is like making a broadcast announcement on TV. It's slower because the chemical message has to travel through the blood, but it can reach every single cell in the body, and its effects can be much more long-lasting. And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. You've got two systems that work together perfectly. One gives you lightning speed and precision, the other gives you slow, steady, and widespread change. So could an animal really get by with just one of them? Probably not. It's the powerful combination of both that makes us so adaptable. Okay, that's a wrap. Best of luck with your exams.